Holy crap, my name is Dr. Nought, and we're back. 80 days, and we're in Batavia. It's day 39, we've got a little bit of money, and it's the daytime. And I've decided we're gonna go to Australia. I think we have plenty of time to do that. This departs tomorrow, the Laden, a submersible again, because you know how much we love those. So we've got some time to... minus 46 in health too. Oh, but we're okay. We've got some time to think around. Is it at the hotel already? What's the bank? What's at the bank? Monsieur Fogg looked up from his ledger. We are due a visit to the bank, I think, past part 2. I regarded the bank as we entered. A modest affair, it was hardly a befitting place for a gentleman. We wish to withdraw funds, we were told. I warn you, it may take some time. Oh, no, we cannot afford even a single day, I declared. We swept out of the bank. Thankfully, our situation is not desperate, my master declared. Onwards! I guess we're just hanging out at the hotel. Before going to bed, we'll take care of him on the trip. I want to walk around. I went out to explore a little, where I saw a charming Chinese ragamuffin in a busy argument with a shopkeeper, from which I learned it can be best not to get into arguments. I escaped with a bloody nose. What? Okay. The next morning, we shall head to Brisbane. Minus 46, but I'll comb his hair the whole way. This is gonna take a lot of our funds. Ah, crap. Alright, 9 AM, we can go to the market. Let's sell out. Let's sell out. Market opens. Wait. Well, what am I supposed to do? Maybe not go that route. Maybe we're going to Auckland. Oh, for the love of God. So I have to... We can't do this one. Because, what am I going to do? Throw away things? Oh, I can just sell them. Okay, go to the bus. We'll keep the compass. Hurry! Oh, go this way. Ah! We don't do this. Go, go, go! Oh my god. Just throwing things out. Let's go! Oh, our restorative set's fine. We just made it by like 15 minutes. I don't even know what I sold. I think I just tossed things. We boarded the Laden, a Dutch submersible en route from Batavia to Brisbane. It had a crew of 5 and a surprisingly large cargo hold, which had been converted into our quarters. We've swapped a hold full of rifles and gunpowder for a couple of Englishmen, Captain Rosencrantz joked. I am French, Captain, I insisted tiredly. Oh, my apologies, the captain replied airily. Welcome aboard. It will be a beautiful journey to Brisbane, mark my words. Yeah, there we go. Shaped mustache, excellent. The first day's journey was along the surface of the water, although as I understood it, we were descending extremely slowly throughout. Something to do with pressure, no doubt. The subject of pressure obsessed the crew, and every corridor of the small craft was fitted with an eye-level barometer. I could not help but notice that each barometer had an area marked in red. I hoped we would not find out what it signified. Towards evening, we finally dipped under. The view became dim. There were not even any fish. I lit the lamps and tried to pretend I was in a building. Yes, we'll take care of you, buddy. The crew were in fine fettle, and the larder was well stocked. Apparently, selling weapons was a lucrative business. I found my moral qualms quite stole my appetite, and so I ate sparingly. Monsieur Fogg was not similarly afflicted, and settled himself into the observation deck with his ledger and a pencil, roundly ignoring the magnificent seascapes that were murkily illuminated by the Laden's enormous phosphorescent lamps. A starched collar, very good indeed. Captain Rosencrantz wanted to show me her collection of diving suits. They were armored in copper plate and fixed with iron spikes all over. Are these of your own design? They are Ottoman military issue, she said, stroking her own suit and sighing happily. They were payment for a job well done. You are friends with the Ottomans? I am friends with any kingdom or state which makes war, she gave me a slanted grin. So I have many friends. I hefted one of the helmets in my hand. It was heavy and leather lined, with thick plate glass lenses with polished tortoiseshell surrounds at the edges. Are you afraid of the water? The captain asked. I do not fear the ocean particularly, I said offhandedly, but I am aware of the dangers it can pose an unwary traveler. Captain Rosencrantz regarded me levelly. I find a great sense of peace in the ocean when I dive. Perhaps you should try it. Perhaps I will, I answered. She said. And I suspected it would not be the end of our conversation on the matter. Yeah, 'cause she's gonna toss you out or something? Or toss us out, because we are past part 2. Greetings, first mate. You are the French one, right? What can you tell me of Brisbane? Did you know Auckland can be reached from Brisbane by a hot air balloon? The journey is a tiring one. You tell me more about Auckland. I find your accent confusing. Alright. So we could have went straight there, but we didn't, and now that's the only way we know how to go thus far. The Great Barrier Reef is one of natural's... The Great Barrier Reef is one of nature's great wonders, Captain Rosencrantz said to me at breakfast, holding out a diving helmet with one hand. Would you like to experience it up close? Sure. I accepted the helmet eagerly, and followed her to the preparation chamber where I managed to put on my spiked diving suit without puncturing myself. Any advice? I asked. Breathe deeply, and remember that the creatures out there are more afraid of you than you are of them, she said, adding, your dive will be easy. She fitted my helmet and checked the seal. The air inside tasted stale. I lumbered behind her into the airlock and watched as the captain closed the hatch behind us and made a thumbs up gesture at me. I returned it. I saw her smile behind the glass of her helmet. Then she pulled a lever and the outer door slid slowly open. Seawater began to pour into the now unsealed chamber. The captain grabbed the back of my suit and pushed, and I was in the water and sinking till my feet hit the ocean floor. I breathed deep and even, letting my panic settle and fall away. The mud and sand I had kicked up with my landing settled. I felt a tug on one of my air pipes, and the captain was standing beside me, but oh, beyond her, the reef! Pillars and archways of living coral made an arcane temple of the ocean floor. I've never seen colors so bright, deep, blushing pinks and indigo blues, searing orange and butter yellow. I lumbered into a school of zebra-striped fish and laughed inside my helmet as they flicked and darted all around me, close as a heartbeat. The captain kept a close watch on me, but I felt still and calm and serene underwater. Outside was a carnival of color, but I could hear only my own breathing in my head, as though I were sitting in the eye of a flash-finned storm. We saw stingrays and black-tipped reef sharks and cuttlefish which glowed and changed color, and even a new sunk shipwreck slowly dashing itself to pieces on the coral. Wait, what? I seized the captain's hand with my flexible leather glove and squeezed it. Neither of us could feel it, really, and we could say nothing within our suits, but I think we understood each other in that moment, surrounded by the ocean. I returned to my master bearing an intricate coral sphere, as though a snowflake had spun itself into a ball. Are you intending to take that with us? My master asked, and I shrugged. It was, after all, a true treasure of the deep. Did that just give us another suitcase? Because we can't fit that on this submersible. We surfaced a few miles off the coast of Brisbane, so Monsieur Fogg and I stood on deck as we approached. Sharks followed the submersible curiously, and the crew amused themselves by giving them incongruous names. I was still much affected by the previous day's sights, and merely gazed at the water, silent. Captain Rosencrantz gave us a little one-handed salute as we disembarked in the sparse pioneer town of Brisbane. Let's quickly hit the market. Didgeridoo! Wait. jungle. I don't think we'll go to any jungle. Oh, maybe in South Africa. Or, God, in South America. Nothing here. We might need some extra money, so I might sell some things, but we'll see how it goes. When does the next thing to Auckland go? Arrives Monday. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Only 3 suitcases. Alright. Keep doing that. We were settled into a hotel by Balimba Creek in the suburb of Karina, surrounded by sugarcane, little vineyards, and miles of bush, thick with wallabies, bears, iguanas, snakes, and all manner of murderous native wildlife. There is a certain beauty to the land, I said to one of the maids, an indigenous Murray girl in a starched cotton uniform. It is very built up now, she lamented. Is that so? I asked, surprised. She nodded. Even a few years ago, my clan would hold Parabories in Cairncross and on Cannon Hill, but now the hills are stripped of useful timber. The native police destroy our settlements, and the white farmers take our ceremonial land. That sounds terrible. My clan is wasted from disease and either chased into the bush or addicted to gin distilled by the pioneers. She pulled a scribbled letter out of her pocket and handed it to me. I skimmed it quickly. It was a letter of complaint, protesting at the treatment of the Aboriginal peoples by the white settlers. It was well written, if a bit smudged. I'm going to send it to the Moreton Bay Courier. You think they will publish it? I don't think so, but I must do something. This is my home, and these are my people. She chucked the letter back into her pocket and picked up her duster. I wish I could just leave this place and forget it, she sighed. As you will. I wish it did not matter to me. I will try not to forget, I told her. How could I promise that? These days my feet barely touch the earth. I wondered what it would be like to be tied to one place. But you clung fast even as others tried to wrest it from you. I imagined my own maman in the Murray girl's starched cotton uniform, stealing away moments from her duties to write an angry, hopeless letter. I fell into a dizzy to unquiet sleep in the black night, pierced with the sounds of shrieking birds and animals, lulling against the churn of the sugar mills. I'm not going to explore, we're going to depart, but I'm going to wait for the market because I'm not going to pay for another suitcase. We need to sell something. So I could just do this. Whoa, slow down. Shoot. Let's sell something. Go. There we go. Oh my god, we gotta hurry up. Holy crap, by 1 minute. Hot air balloon. Like dashing. How we fell into with Corporal Bruce McIntyre, retired, really cannot say. Perhaps it was the gossip about him, overheard on every street corner. Perhaps my master simply has a knack for locating lunatics. Either way, we were snared into his little adventure, to fly to Auckland in a homemade hot air balloon. Homemade? Oh, crap. Fogg's doing fine. Emperor Ketshwayo defies international blockade. Oh no. Oh no. Have you traveled by hot air balloon before? The corporal demanded, as we drifted sedately across the sea. Indeed we have, I replied. Then you won't need me to tell you this is no normal balloon, he replied cheerfully. And it's overlooked ballooning as a way of getting about. Ballooning is good for the soul. I couldn't agree more. The world span below us like a stone rolling in a fountain, and everything seems simple. So you built this craft? Indeed, sir, and only from parts I could find in local rubbish dumps. I patted the side of the hanging burner, rather cautiously, I might add. It is most impressive. Not bad for a corporal. If the Queen's own engineers could see me now, they'd be in for a shock. All in all, I wish I had not asked him anything, so proceeded to ask nothing more. Whoops. Naturally, disaster chose its moment to strike. Oh god. And that moment was when we were halfway, with nothing in view below but endless, blank, invincible ocean. Disaster in this instance took the form of a raging thunderstorm. Have you seen lightning striking the ocean? It's like something from the laboratories of the celebrated Dr. Frankenstein. And had we seen an electric whale with a bolt through its neck, I would not have been surprised. The winds began to pick up as the storm grew on the horizon, filling the sky and blotting out the sun. Oh dear, McIntyre remarked, pointing upwards. Someone's not happy with us. Let's groom Fogg because we're gonna get crushed here in a moment. We did not hit the water. In fact, we made good time. The storm blew us along to within sight of the coast of New Zealand, and then just as sharply blew out. The magnificent craft of McIntyre held together through all that, and only at the last minute did it fall to bits, depositing us in the water. I found myself floating on the overturned basket. Monsieur Fogg on a suitcase, McIntyre disappeared into the water. And though I dived to find him, I could see nothing in the storm-churning waters. We were alone, as the poet said, on the wine-dark sea. Monsieur Fogg bowed his head a moment. Here goes a brave man, I declared. Though I secretly contemplated the incredible stupidity of the... Oh wait, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, let's do that. Of the English. That led them to attempt such crazed, ill-conceived adventures. We must paddle, I declared. Monsieur Fogg frowned. It's a long way, but yes, I think we must. The evening wore on, and we began to slowly row our way in the direction we hoped of shore. Are we actually going to go the right way? I sincerely doubt it. You'll be unsurprised to hear that progress was slow. But after several hours of hard labor... Oh. We were, in fact, rescued by none other than a group of men in a canoe, fitted with an outboard motor. They hauled us aboard with some surprise. I thanked them profusely. We came out to fish, the lead canoeist remarked. Whitefish, looks like. Sopping, tired, cold, and clinging to our remaining cases, and shivering to the bone, we had no reason to argue. The motor was revved, and we returned to land that evening. To Auckland? Did we actually get there? Nice. Also, did we lose all our suitcases? What do we have? Oh, we somehow kept everything. Okay, good. We've got some things that are valuable. Let's stay the night. We spent our time in Auckland recuperating from our various ordeals. Even Monsieur Fogg seemed a little shaken. His mustache drooped. He seemed to scribble into his ledger with something less than his usual single-minded focus. Auckland itself was a smog-wreathed, crowded town of soldiers and factories clustered about the port. Defensive fortifications obscured the countryside. A passing Irish soldier offered me a cigarette, which I declined. Gross. He lit his own with a spark from a little ferrocerium lighter. Have you been in Auckland long? I asked, through a veil of smoke. Her Majesty subsidized my passage here in return for fighting off the Maori rebels, he explained. The king says he's ready for peace, but they'll want their land back, you mark me. Are the rebels truly so fearsome? I asked, eyeing the rifle slung casually over his shoulder. They have strange weapons, he shuddered. It's not natural, the way they rip a man to shreds. Some of the lads say it's magic, but might be it's just good engineering. Do you think it is some new invention? He flicked away his cigarette. Doesn't matter, does it? He said dully. Dead is dead, whether it's from magic or artifice. Will the defenses hold? I asked. The soldier did not reply. We looked out over Auckland's fortifications in silent contemplation, and I wondered whether the Maori king, too, was thinking of its walls, and building more strange weapons and more in his stronghold to the north. We have to explore because we have no way to leave right now. There we go. Oh my god, that is going to be a long journey. Where's that to? Pitcairn Island? that Lima? Where's that? I struck up a few conversations here and there, hunting for options for how we might proceed. Well, I really only have one option. Holy crap. Yeah, Lima arrives Tuesday. That's only 320 pounds? We only have 240 eggs. Tomorrow at 5 p.m., the fruit fly. Oh my god, we're gonna try another balloon. I think that's an okay time. Let's do this quickly. We need to sell some things. We're sitting on a lot of things that... Yeah, we don't need that anymore. That's just taking up space. So, we can knock the... Wait. What? Okay. There we go. That will get us for another few days. And I think, yeah, so... It's tomorrow at 5 p.m., right? Yeah, 870. Ooh. So we'll keep it here, and we're gonna go to Lima next Tuesday, or it arrives Tuesday. We'll leave tomorrow at before 5 p.m. That's fantastic. Only two. We've got 2 suitcases, so that's great. So I'll end the episode here. We're in New Zealand. And hopefully by the end of next episode, we'll be in South America and we'll make a mad dash for England to finish this out. So I'm thinking 2 more episodes. We'll split it up. Depending on how long it takes to get across the Pacific, we'll maybe go into a little bit of the jungle, the Amazon rainforest in South America next time, and then we'll shoot north to our homeland. All right, thank you for watching. It's been fun. And of course, I will see you next time. Take care, and goodbye.